Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're tackling something that might seem simple, but has huge GE implications for healthcare.
I'm excited.
We're talking about recognition,
Ooh,
specifically recognition in nursing.
that's a good one.
We're digging into this awesome article called Creating Healthy Work Environments with Recognition.
Increase nurse engagement and retention. That's the
Oh,
full title.
Right, so much packed in there.
It really highlights how vital recognition is in a healthy work environment. Sometimes it gets overlooked.
Totally. So we're going to explore how recognition can actually transform nursing culture for the better.
We'll look at how it impacts morale, teamwork, even patient care.
That's the mission for this deep dive.
Absolutely. And, when we think about what makes a great workplace for nurses, recognition may not be the first thing that jumps to mind.
You're right. It's easy to focus on things like fair pay or good benefits.
Exactly. But this article argues that recognition is just as critical.
Okay, so let's break it down. Why is recognition so powerful, especially for nurses who are dealing with, life or death situations every day?
Imagine you're a nurse.
Okay.
You're working crazy hours. The emotional demands are constant.
It's high pressure.
You're giving your all, but it
Mm.
feel like you're just going through the motions, like nobody really notices all you're doing.
Yeah, I can see how that would be discouraging.
It is. And that's where recognition comes in.
Okay.
It's that reminder that your work, every bit of it, is seen and valued.
So counteracting that negativity bias, right, that can build up in any job.
Exactly. But especially in one as intense as nursing.
So it's not just about making people feel good.
It goes way deeper than that.
It's about cultivating this positive and supportive environment.
Absolutely. And the article calls this the pathway to excellence.
Interesting. So recognition is like the final step on this pathway.
Yes.
Yeah.
The crucial step to a thriving workplace for nurses.
Okay, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
But how do we make this happen? How do we go beyond just the occasional thank you to really embed recognition in the culture?
The article outlines 5 actionable strategies. They're all about weaving recognition into daily routines and interactions.
5? Wow. Okay. What's the first one?
They start with daily recognition.
Daily, like every single day.
Yep. It could be as simple as beginning each shift with what they call a recognition moment.
A recognition moment.
Okay, what's that?
It's where you take just a few minutes to highlight someone on the team, what they did well, no matter how small.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
So say a nurse goes above and beyond to comfort a patient who's really anxious.
Perfect example. You might mention that during the shift handoff.
That makes sense. It shows everyone that even those small acts of care are important.
And appreciated. It's a little boost of positivity right at the start of the day.
And I bet those little boosts can make a big difference over time.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
Especially in a field like nursing, where burnout is a huge concern.
Yeah, burnout is a big problem, and high turnover rates too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When people feel burned out, they're exhausted emotionally, physically, mentally. It impacts everything. And when nurses leave their jobs constantly, it disrupts patient care.
Exactly. It puts a strain on everyone who's left behind.
So recognition can actually help combat these issues.
It's a powerful tool. By making nurses feel valued, we create a more positive environment, which can lead to less burnout and lower turnover.
Okay, I'm seeing the ripple effect here. That's incredible.
Right. So what do you think about moving on to the second strategy?
Yes. What's next?
This one is all about personalized recognition.
Personalized recognition.
Yeah.
So like tailoring it to each individual.
You got it. Because one size definitely doesn't fit all when it comes to feeling appreciated.
Some people love public praise, while others might prefer a more private thank you.
Exactly. For one nurse, it might be a shout out at shift change. For another, a handwritten note on their locker. Maybe even a gift card to their favorite coffee shop.
It's about taking the time to really know your team and what makes each person feel valued.
Precisely. That personal touch is what makes it truly meaningful.
This is starting to sound less like just a nice to have and more like a key part of good leadership.
Absolutely.
Okay, what else does the article highlight?
The third strategy they discuss is formal recognition programs.
Formal programs, like Employee of the Month awards.
That's one example. But it could also be peer-nominated awards or special recognition for going above and beyond in certain areas.
You could even showcase nurses' achievements in team meetings or newsletters.
Exactly. It's about having a structured way to celebrate those bigger accomplishments.
But what about recognizing those everyday wins?
That's where peer-to-peer recognition comes in.
I love that idea.
Right. It's all about empowering nurses to recognize and appreciate each other.
Instead of it always coming from management.
Exactly. It builds a culture of support and appreciation from the ground up.
So there could be a shout-out board where nurses can leave positive messages.
Love that. Or a system for nominating each other for small tokens of appreciation.
I can picture it now. Huge thanks to Sarah for staying late to help me with charting You're a Lifesaver.
C. Small gesture, huge impact.
It creates a more positive environment for everyone.
And don't forget, it reinforces the importance of teamwork and collaboration.
Okay, so we've got daily recognition, personalized recognition, formal programs, peer-to-peer.
And the fifth one focuses on celebrating milestones.
Milestones, like what?
Work anniversaries, earning a new certification, getting a promotion.
Those moments that mark professional growth, but also personal growth.
You got it. It's acknowledging their dedication and commitment to the nursing profession.
And again, it doesn't have to be a big production.
A simple mention in a meeting, a card signed by everyone, even just a personal congratulations.
It's about taking the time to acknowledge those moments.
Exactly. And you know what I'm noticing is that all 5 of these strategies are about shifting the focus.
Shifting the focus half.
From just tasks and outcomes to the people behind the work.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's recognizing the heart, the effort, the compassion that makes a great nurse.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is really making me think about my own workplace. If I was in charge of a nursing team, which one of these strategies would I start with? There are so many good ones.
That's a great question. Honestly, they're all so interconnected that it's tough to pick just one.
I bet.
But if I had to choose,
Okay.
I'd probably go with daily recognition.
Daily recognition.
Yeah, because it's not about waiting for a big achievement or a special occasion. It's about making appreciation a part of every single day.
Yeah, building that habit, even in small ways, it could really add up.
Exactly. Those micro moments of positivity, they help counteract the negativity bias we were talking about.
It's like a constant reminder that you're valued.
Precisely. And what's really interesting is the article doesn't just talk about the feel-good benefits of recognition.
Right.
It highlights a surprising link between recognition and, get this, better patient care.
Whoa, really? I didn't expect that.
I know, right? It's like, how does recognizing nurses lead to better outcomes for patients?
Yeah, explain that one.
Well, think about it.
Okay.
When nurses feel valued, when they feel appreciated, they're more likely to be engaged, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're going to be more motivated, more attentive, and they'll communicate better.
With patients and with colleagues.
Exactly. It's that ripple effect again.
Recognition leads to a more positive environment.
Happier nurses.
And ultimately, better care for patients.
You got it. And it's not just a hunch. There's research to back this up.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, studies have shown that hospitals with strong recognition programs,
Okay.
they tend to have higher patient satisfaction scores,
Wow.
lower rates of medical errors,
That's incredible.
and even improved patient outcomes overall.
So we're not just talking about boosting morale here.
No, we're talking about tangible improvements in patient care.
Recognition can literally save lives.
It's powerful stuff. It really drives home the point that this isn't just about making people feel good. It's about creating a culture of excellence that benefits everyone.
Nurses, patients, the whole healthcare system.
Exactly.
So going back to that pathway to excellence idea,
Yeah.
recognition is that final crucial step that ties it all together.
Absolutely. It completes the picture. When nurses thrive, their patients thrive too.
That's a powerful statement.
It is. And the article also talks about the flip side.
Oh, you mean what happens when nurses don't feel recognized?
Exactly. They highlighted how a lack of recognition can contribute to burnout, low morale.
High turnover rates.
Yes, all of that. And as we mentioned earlier, burnout is a serious problem. It can lead to decreased job satisfaction, increased risk of errors, and even compromised patient care.
And those high turnover rates.
Yeah.
They don't just affect the nurses who leave.
Oh no, they put a huge strain on the entire system.
It's like a constant scramble to find replacements.
Right. Recruiting, training new staff,
Expensive, disruptive.
a vicious cycle.
It's a big problem.
It is. But the good news is that it doesn't have to be complicated or expensive to fix.
Oh. So how do we start turning things around?
Well, we've talked about those 5 actionable strategies.
Right.
But even small, everyday gestures of appreciation can make a big difference.
Like what kinds of things?
Something as simple as a handwritten thank you note,
Oh,
a shout out during a team meeting, or even just saying, I appreciate you to a colleague.
those little things can go a long way.
They really can. It's about taking those moments to make people feel seen, heard, valued.
It's acknowledging the person, not just the job title.
Exactly. And that human connection, that's what makes all the difference.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
What if someone's listening to this and they're inspired?
I love that.
They want to start building